Welcome to Unwrapped Real Talk with the Black Hijabi. I'm your host, Mariam Kabba, and I have a special guest today by the name of Aaliyah,
Hey, you all.
also known as WrapHighness. I'm super
Yes.
excited that you're here. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so happy that
I'm
you're
honored
here.
to be
No,
here.
I'm happy that you're here because for me to have it to say Black Hijabi and have a Black Hijabi or Black Muslim woman,
Yeah.
period, it welcomes the conversation of so many different things. So I'm happy. We're going to talk about a lot of different things today too, right? So first I want to talk about how you got into, because you sell turbans, you sell wraps.
Yep.
And how did that come about?
So originally started in high school. Everyone knew me for wearing scarves. That was just like my signature, and then I gave birth to my daughter in 2018, and I was like, I'm not going back to work. Like, I'm gonna find something that I love to do that I can make a business. And WrapHighness formed. It started off with mommy and me wraps, and then I just started expanding with different turbans, pre-wraps. I did kufis. It just blossomed from there.
Oh, mashallah. I love that.
It's a blessing.
No, that's really a blessing because for me, I feel like, once you do have a child, they open up your mind to so many different aspects. So we're able to be not working all the time. We
Yeah.
can spend more time with them.
Yeah.
And not become like how our parents probably were, where they worked 12 hours, 16-hour
tired.
shifts, tired all the
Yeah.
time. When did you start wearing hijab? Did you wear it all your life? Or?
Yeah. I started wearing it in kindergarten. I went to Clara Muhammad School. It's not there anymore, but it was in Southeast DC.
Okay.
I went there in kindergarten and wore my scarf there. And then I went to a all Muslim school, predominantly Arab, from first grade to 8th grade.
Oh,
So
wow.
I've worn my scarf my whole life.
I love.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because I'm fairly new to hijab.
Yeah.
I've worn it for the last probably 3.5 years.
That's major though.
Yeah, it's a trial still to this day for
Yeah.
me, where I battle with wearing it because my mom didn't wear it.
Yeah.
And my family members, not a lot of my family members wear it. Do a lot of
Yeah.
your family members wear the hijab?
My mom does, my sister does. Those are really like the main Muslims I have, besides like my father's side, which are mostly men.
Okay.
So not a lot of us there.
Right, but the core, you were able to see it.
Yeah, I was able to see it on a daily basis.
I love that.
Yeah.
So when you did start doing the turbans, how did you get any? Because see, I believe that the turban is a part of hijab. I feel like it's different. We wear the hijab in different ways. We got the wraps, we got the turbans, my favorite is this is my favorite style.
Yeah.
I call it the
that's
minister.
how I grew up wearing it. Yeah.
I call it the nation.
Yes.
The Nation of Islam way. But I truly love wearing it this way. This is my favorite go-to.
Yeah.
And I might do a hat. I love how you're wearing it today.
Thank you.
And I'll wear it that way. But yeah, do you find that it's kind of, do you sell to all different types of women? Do you find like it's a little bit difficult to for the typical hijabi? Do they also purchase from you? Do you have different styles? How do you go about like selling your like how do you market it basically?
Fortunately for me, because I went to an Islamic school, a lot of my clientele are people that I know and stuff like that. So selling the hijabs was easier for me. But when I started creating more of like the turban styles, I was getting more like the Afrocentric crowd, stuff like that.
Yes.
But really, like, word of mouth was doing it for me because everyone knew me for my scarf. And I like to say scarf over hijab because I wear my scarf in a lot of different ways. I don't always wear it the traditional,
Quote,
hijab
unquote.
way. Yeah. And the school I went to, Clara Muhammad, started off as a nation school. So I wore my scarf like that.
Okay.
Pinned in the back.
Okay.
And then when I went to my other school, it was the traditional wear the hijab in the front. But I've always struggled with that. I couldn't find my identity in it. So it was always a struggle. I would always just try to find a way to find me in my scarf,
Yeah. How long did it take for you to find your style? Because you are very stylish.
Girl,
you put no, for real, because I was watching a lot of your Instagram, and I was even watching some of your YouTube videos how you do the tutorials on the wraps, and that inspires a lot of new Muslims that don't know
Yeah.
how to wear it, and probably that are transitioning to not ever wearing any scarf in the world
Yeah.
to now putting on a wrap. I'm putting on a scarf and embracing Islam, or it's a good transition. I feel like, and even if you not even a transition, if you like my mother, she wears wraps,
Yeah.
so that's how she wears her hijab.
Yeah.
So I love that you make it look stylish. When did you feel like you found your style in Islam? Like, how did you figure out your style? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So probably first grade. I'm be honest, because the school I went to was more Arab based. It was extremely structured. Black scarf, blue jilbab. That's all we could wear, and
Okay.
I couldn't do it. So
Mhm.
I would wear like bandanas. I would come with my scarf to the side. I would do the back bun. I was like, I have to have me. If I'm
Mhm.
gonna wear this scarf and I'm gonna love this scarf,
Mhm.
I have to find my identity. So, unfortunately, in the school I went to, they didn't approve of it. So, I got in a lot of trouble for it.
Wow.
But I learned from that it's okay. Like,
Mhm.
just because they didn't like it doesn't
Mhm.
mean that I had to conform and just be so traditional. The only way I realized that I was going to love my scarf is if I made my scarf work for me. I found
Mhm.
my beauty in it.
Yes.
I had to.
Mhm.
So, it was a challenge because I didn't wear a scarf every single day when I went to college and stuff. Like I've had my moments where I was
Yes.
like, you know what? I want to be regular.
Mhm.
I want to fit in.
Yes.
And I never felt like me when I was doing that.
Yes.
I was like, but this is my style. So
Yes.
I created this thing I call, it's called, if I can wrap it, if you can do it with your hair, you can do it with your scarf. That's like my favorite saying. So I go and I see people with different hairstyles. Like, remember the long braided ponytail?
Yes.
I created a scarf like that.
That has the
It was
braided
slicked back and it
ponytail.
was braided all the way down like
Oh, I love
Rapunzel.
that.
And it was like, I just had to find it for me. And I do that because not just new Muslims, but all Muslims go through phase. All Muslim women go through a phase where they're just
Yes.
like,
Mhm.
like, I need a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I need a minute. Things happen in life. We're constantly trying to find our identity and things that make us feel beautiful in a society where beauty is a set standard.
Mhm.
And it's not the standard of a Muslim woman.
Yes.
So it's like, how do I find beauty with this standard?
Yes.
It's a struggle, but I've just learned that if you can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
If you can wear shorts, how can I wear shorts? I made a pair of shorts and I added a whole bunch of like loose fabric at the end. So it
Oh,
was
yeah.
shorts, but it was covered.
Yes.
So
Love
it's just like I gotta find me
Yes.
in Islam. And it made me love Islam more. That's the thing.
Yes.
Because I used to rebel because I'm like, I gotta cover my arms, I gotta cover my, I don't want to. It's hot outside.
Yes. Yes.
But I found my thing.
I love that. I love that when you talk about the shorts, because with me, I also battle. Even just a couple days ago, I literally said I want to, because I used to smoke, and I
Yeah.
was like, I really want to smoke,
Yeah.
literally, but the fear. No, I'm serious.
Yeah,
I was like, I need to smoke, and like taqwa, which is like the fear of Allah,
Yeah. Mhm.
is what makes me not want to
Not
do
do it.
certain
Yeah.
things, right?
Yeah.
So honestly, when I do battle where I'm like, I just want to take, like, I just want to get a middle part bust down,
Yeah.
or whatever. I'm like, but then the fear of Allah is like, no. And what I don't do, because the more knowledge you do get in this religion, you've been wearing the hijab for much longer than me, and you've been in Islamic schools. So I feel like the more knowledge you do have, you're less judgmental.
Yes.
You're less judgmental to those women who do take off, who feel like they want
Yeah.
to take it off one day,
Yeah.
and they might come back to it, but the Islam is always in their heart, because Allah is the one who turns people's hearts,
Say it again.
and He's the one who changes our hearts. So I feel like the concept of what we call typical hijab is an Arab concept of
Yeah.
where they feel like what's correct and what's non-correct. And I want a lot of Muslims to understand that it's like all over the world we wear the hijab different.
Yeah.
And just because you wear the hijab different doesn't mean you're wearing it wrong or right.
Yeah. Or you're less than.
Because so the Quran is in the heart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is what puts it in your heart. So if
Yeah.
anything, we got to be careful so we don't take sins. Because I see a lot of sisters they're saying, oh, well, you're wearing it wrong, or this is the way to wear it, or this is not the right way to wear it. And we want to bring dawah to the religion.
We're not trying to push people away.
We're not trying to push people away.
Yeah.
We want to bring people to the religion.
Yeah.
So the way we wear the hijab is, if I look at your page and I'm like, oh, I'm a new Muslim, and I see your page, I'm like, oh my gosh, she makes it look nice. They put such a damper on the quote unquote, like
standard.
the standard.
Black.
Yes,
right?
black.
We can spice it up.
Thank you. You have so many colors of different turbans, so that makes people feel like, okay, well, I could do this. Yes,
yeah.
I could do that.
And they be like, I was afraid, but you wear it differently. I'm like, girl,
yes,
come on, don't let what you see stop you.
Exactly. And how many times do sisters approach you on that? Like, how many times you got
my
people
DMs
coming?
Stay flooded.
Yes.
I wanted to be Muslim, but I didn't know how to wear my scarf.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to wear you can wear colors. I'm like, girl, yes.
Yes.
You can wear colors. You don't have to wear black, you know. And even sisters that wear niqab, it's like you don't have to wear a niqab. That is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a lot of people be like, I didn't become Muslim because I didn't know that I didn't have to do that. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh.
I've never seen niqab until I came to the United States.
Yeah.
If you go to in Africa, women don't wear niqab. Yeah, Africa, that's not something that is even
thought about really.
Yeah, or taught at all, you know.
Mm-mm.
But I don't knock any woman or any sister that does wear niqab. But alhamdulillah, that's exactly
journey.
That's their journey. I decided for myself that. No.
Yeah, you got. I want you to see this face.
Exactly. Like, I feel like we battle so much from the outside, but I just want to say, from sisters that are telling other sisters that they're wearing it wrong, please stop doing that.
Yeah.
It doesn't help us. We already battle with the outside, the dunya, so much. Where I hate that we have to battle with our own community.
And it's funny. I say this, and I got a lot of backlash when I say this, but I stand on this statement. I know sisters who don't cover, that know more Quran, that know more hadith, that know more tafsir than sisters that are in full burqas, like covered. And I'm just like, on the day of judgment, when we're standing in front of Allah, what you gonna raise your hand and be like, but I covered, but she know the whole Quran.
Right. When Jahannam is bursted. And everybody start to bow down, and Allah says, "Rise up! This ain't the time for. This is not the time for worship. This is exactly. This isn't the time for worship. This is not the time for worship. This is the day of judgment.
Yep.
And that's where we're gonna understand where it wasn't about what we had on.
Yeah. Did you pray?
Did you
give zakat?
Thank you.
Did you try to go to Hajj? What did you do?
Exactly.
What did you do? You worry about what I didn't do. What did you do? That's all. A lot
of people are getting pushed back from. It was a video that I definitely want you to watch too, because we're talking about the Arab and how a lot of people even view, Islam like it's an Arabic surrounded, Arab only religion.
Back in the 90s, if you were a black Muslim, they were like, "Oh, you had to be nation. You couldn't have been anything else." It was like, no, that's not the only thing.
Right. I don't know why, and it's so funny. Have you ever felt like they be like, when did you revert?
All the time. All the time. People today, they be like, no, when did you, when? I'd be like, I was born.
No,
when? I'm like, we both speak in English. What do you mean?
You know, it's funny, right? Because I was literally saying, I was like, now, it's like, I think I seen this guy saying, he said, now I'm going to just start beating them to the punch. I'm going to just be like, oh, brother, oh, sister, when did you revert to Islam?
Boy, gotcha.
No, literally. So this is video that I want you to watch, and I want to get your thoughts on the video.
For sure.
It was all Islam. Learn your Arabic. And I'm like, I'm a practicing Arab. I'm not practicing Islam. I'm practicing Arabism. Why do I got to learn Arab language to worship God? Why do I got to eat like the Arab to worship God? Why do I got to dress like the Arab to worship God? This is not the worship of God. This is the deification of Arabic culture. And that's why I walked away from it.
You know what's funny about that? The jilbab and a lot of the clothes that Muslims wear didn't even start over in the Arab countries. It started in China. The thobes started in China.
Wow.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna tell us that. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on what he said as far as like it being like Arab surrounding?
I 100% agree. The school I went to was, I'm not even being funny, it was all Arab except for like 5 black kids, and my siblings were 3 of the 5. So that's what I grew up with from first grade, to 8th grade.
Yeah.
And they made it seem like Islam was only Arab based. Like, this is it. You follow the culture, you follow the language. If you don't speak Arabic,
okay.
you're beneath us. Like, I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm learning Islam. I'm not learning Arab culture. And a lot of Arabs not even Muslim.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, right, when he said that, I talked to my mom first.
Yeah.
And I said, and I was like, that's why I really don't fault Black Muslims that convert to Christianity.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't, let me say my whole thought, because I don't.
They're gonna be
right. I don't fault Muslims for changing to Christianity because they understand the language of what they're saying.
Yeah.
And even though I say that, I do believe that when we go to the masjid, and even when we have Lailatul Qadr, and when we're in Tajud during Ramadan, and we're in prayer, and even if you don't understand the word, Allah has He's the turner of hearts.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. He's the turner of hearts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't understand a word, how many times have you seen Muslims weeping during prayer, crying literally, because we may not even understand the words of Arabic word for word, because it is ancient Arabic, the same way as like ancient texts in the Bible.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So although we may not understand word for word, it's like a feeling that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts in our hearts. Yes, that makes you feel away. So I do feel like if you do turn away from Islam, it was Allah's will for you to do that. Yeah. You know, I feel like nothing can change it. Like, although you were in that Arabic school and you felt, because I felt like that as well. I went to an Arabic school in Trenton, New Jersey.
Okay.
And it was nothing but Arabs.
Yeah.
And they had grade levels, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a school that you went through Monday through Friday. It was just Sunday school, but you start off from pre-K, kindergarten first. So because we knew Quran, we knew Al-Fatiha, we knew surahs, but because we didn't speak Arabic, they put us in pre-K. Yep. So we would see little kids who spoke, because they spoke Arabic in the fifth grade. They were in fifth, sixth grade. It would so I felt like we had to take our place, and it was like even it kind of rubbed off on my dad at the time. I remember, because I didn't wear hijab all the time, and I was fixing my hijab, and he was like, put the hijab on, because you don't want people to think that you just putting it on just now. And I was just like, that it kind of like the Arab community kind of pressurizes us a lot of the time to feel a certain way. And it's hard to sometimes find your place when you're in that environment and surrounded by them all the time, because you feel like, even as a child, you kind of feel like, oh, are they above me because they understand more?
Yeah.
Is this religion just for them?
Yeah.
And as you get older, of course, you understand that, no, it's not. Like, we have our own stake, and Allah has gave us the blessing as well to be Muslim. Yeah. We were born Muslim, and even if you were the revert, you were still born Muslim, because
we're all born Muslim.
We're all born Muslim. You understand, right? So, I feel like, Allah is the turners of hearts, and I feel like, definitely, if you do turn away, it's because you feel like that. So I do kind of agree with Dr. Umar, but I also disagree in the same way.
Yeah, because I know when I meet people that are interested in Islam and they're Black, I send them to 4 masjids that are predominantly Black, because for one, they're going to embrace you, and for two, you're going to understand the brotherhood a lot more than if I send you to a masjid that's predominantly Arab or just foreign in general. They're not. And again, people going to give me flack for this, but it is what it is. I have gone to almost every masjid from here to Philly. Anytime I go into the masjid and I'm praying next to a sister who's not African American, there's no foot to foot, shoulder to shoulder. There's always a space. When I go to the predominantly Black masjids, we're joined together. They understand the shaitan isn't going to dance between us while we're praying. Wow. And I hate that that's what it is because Islam is not supposed to be segregated and separated, but it is, unfortunately. And we just got to call it what it is. And calling it out might be the thing that is needed to fix it. So when I see, people that are interested in Islam and they come to me and be like, Aaliyah, where do I go? I'd be like, come with me. And 100% of the people that I have brought with me to my black masjids have converted within 2 weeks of coming to that masjid. 100% of the people. And it's the love, it's the openness, it's the understanding, the dialogue that happens in those masjids that just don't happen in other ones, And I'm like, it's so important for us to have a community that's ours because there's a masjid in Lanham, the Turkish masjid. The name itself says it.
Exactly.
The Turkish masjid.
Exactly.
We don't have an African American, a black. We don't have that. We have some. We have like Masjid Muhammad. We have Hassa. We have 18th Street. We have some, but we don't have massive masjids like the Turkish masjid.
Okay, yeah.
Why don't we have that?
Yeah.
We need that.
Yeah.
We need a home for us to feel that love, and give us that embrace that we need, honestly.
Yeah, that community that can bring you in where you feel like you're welcome when you walk in through the door.
Like when they salam you give me my full salams. It's not, assalamu alaikum. I'm like, okay, sister.
Right.
Or I salam you and you give me this.
Right. No, yes, you know what it is.
Girl, I be, ooh. Like, that's why I'm always reluctant to salam certain people first, because I be like, you ain't gonna give it back.
Yeah.
I know you not. But I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm gonna greet you.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum.
I wait to the very last minute. Like, literally, like.
I be looking, I be like.
I think they starting to watch our videos because I promise you, I done seen some Arab Muslims now and some other sisters now where they're like, Assalamu alaikum, sister, with the biggest smile. I said, okay, well, like a salam.
And see, that's why these conversations have to happen, because we know.
Yes.
Okay.
And they may not, the thing is, that's what I said, they may not know. They know.
Yeah.
They know.
I feel like the younger ones know, the older ones are in just, this is just what they're comfortable with, a habit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they're just fixed in their ways. But the younger ones, y'all know.
Y'all know better.
Y'all dead wrong.
No, really.
Dead wrong
y'all know very much better. Y'all know better. And I feel like the community part of when you talk about the black community and having a space for black Muslims, that's why I created this channel, right?
Yeah.
Because I wanted it to be a safe space for Muslims, but people in general, and black. That's why I unwrapped Real Talk with a black hijabi, because black hijabi. So whether you're black, hijabi, Muslim, unwrapped, come on through.
Come on through.
Yes,
come on through.
Come on through.
You're welcome.
Come on through. Because I really wanted a safe space, because I feel like we're not able to talk about how we truly feel in certain areas and certain spaces where we do feel like, I feel like at a certain level, I did feel like they may have been a little bit on top of us, a little bit. Arabs felt like they were predominantly the majority, and
I only feel like only thing, honestly, I feel like they have over anybody is the blessing of the dialogue and the language. That's it. But we learn Arabic. You know what I'm saying? Once we've mastered Arabic.
What? And once we and I really think it's a little hate there, because the style that we have with the hijab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The style that we have with the hijab.
Nice with this now. I'm like, okay, sisters that I know would never. And I'm like, you put a little flower on your scarf today. Okay, sister. I see you.
We make the wraps, the turbans.
Yeah.
We influence a lot of fashion, and that's what everything knows with black people though.
Do.
So that's music, that's
put the
fashion,
soul in everything, baby. It's us.
Everything, So with that influence, it's like, oh no, sisters, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh no, your neck is out. Oh this, that, and it's like a constant.
And I hate that. I'm like, y'all never talk about what we're doing that's good, and that's what bothers me.
Yes.
I get more frustrated, especially when it comes from Muslim men, because I'm like, you will never understand this. You will never understand the hijab life. You sit here and you ridicule this, and this, and okay, you got your opinion, you got your hadiths, you got, mashallah. Put on a hijab, put on a jilbab in 100 degrees, and I want you to come talk to me.
Right.
Because this is what we do.
We wear our Islam everywhere we go.
Everywhere we go. You can spot us a mile away. If a brother don't walk up to me and salam me, you just got a beard.
I would never know.
Never
know.
He gotta have an alarm chain on. I'd be like, oh yeah, got one. Cause I mean, you regular.
So did you were you married?
I was married. Yep, I was married. I got married really young. I was 19 when I got married. Yeah, I was really, really young. We're still cool now. You know, we got divorced and stuff. But yeah, that was that.
How was that? You said that was, and that was that. Okay, so how was
it was definitely a learning experience. I wasn't mature enough to be married.
Okay.
I was trying to avoid sin, and you know what I'm saying, I was trying to do the right thing, but I honestly didn't have the life tools that I needed to really have a successful marriage.
Okay, accountability.
I did. I had to do the work because I was really childish. I was petty.
Was he much older than you though?
No, same age. Same age. Yeah.
Muslim.
Yeah.
Of course, right?
I had to convert him. You know.
Oh wow, wow! Is he still practicing? How did that work though? Because because that's a powerful thing to be able to do that though, right? Where you're able to, as a sister, have the influence, not the influence, but basically show the discipline where he's like, okay, I want to learn this religion.
Yeah. Unfortunately, so here's the thing. I do it on TikTok all the time. I say I'm the captain of Flirt and Convert because it's always the non-Muslim brothers that be like, you Muslim. I be like, yeah, like, I can't talk to you unless I'm Muslim. Nope. Well, I always been thinking of being Muslim. I'm like, oh, okay.
Not I was thinking about Muslim.
They always was thinking about
it.
So I'd be like, all right, well, if you serious, come to the masjid.
Okay.
And, you know, they convert. And, you know, alhamdulillah, all of them still Muslim. They all still practicing. I still see him at Jummah, you know. So it's all love, you know. But he still practice. I'll never say he's not Muslim. He could do more, but
You're talking about your ex-husband?
Yeah, my ex-husband. I still consider him Muslim. You know, because I'm never going to say you're a kafir. Like that's up to Allah.
Right.
You know,
to decide exactly based off your behavior.
Yeah, because if you have an atom's worth of faith, you're Muslim. So hey, you ain't gonna punish me for saying that.
Right. So how long were you married?
6 years.
Same.
Yeah.
Why is it 6 for all of us?
Something about 6 is just be like, you know what? Okay. All right.
Like, why is it that we... But I love that we... You know, because you do want to get married again, right?
I do. And I talk about this often. It's the truth. A lot of the good Muslim brothers that I know are dating or have married non-Muslim women, which leaves us outnumbered.
I talked about this on my last episode.
I'm like,
make sure you guys watch that last episode that I just did with World War Polo. But yeah.
Yeah, that's my uncle, y'all. He real cool too.
Yeah. I love that. But yeah, how do you feel about that happens?
So angry because my brothers are one of the brothers that do that. I have brothers who date non-Muslim women and I always be like this. No.
It's so many sisters out here.
So many available beautiful Muslim sisters that want husbands. They have everything. They're not looking for a handout. They are just as qualified as, honestly, more than the non-Muslims you're chasing after. And the crazy thing about it, they'll marry them, they'll have kids with them, and then it comes down to, she want to put up a Christmas tree. She want to take my kids to church. Well, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, what were we expecting?
At some point, her religion, she was going to find God that she believed in and want to incorporate it with her and her kids. So what did you think was going to happen, honey?
Right.
You know, and now you're divorced and going through this battle. I'm like, y'all got to stop.
Right. And it's because there's so what are you looking, when Allah does bring that husband to you, right?
Yeah.
What are core things that you look for, that are like your deal breakers? Like what, for me, I need you to pray 5 times.
Honey.
I need you to be able to fast during Ramadan.
Honey.
I need you to like have the same level of deen to dunya ratio. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Because you don't want no imam. I'm sorry.
I don't want. I'm
not there yet.
Right.
You know.
At all.
And I'm being real.
At all.
Yeah.
Because none of us are perfect. We all battle every single day. And so what are your deal breakers and what type of things would you want? You know, because you do have a child as well, right?
Yeah.
Right. So what type of things would you want? for your husband, because he might be out here looking at
He
this
might.
pocket. You never know. He might be like, "What's her Wally
He
number?"
might be like,
Yeah, what's her Wally? I want to get married tomorrow. Yes. So what?
He has to pray. That's a non-negotiable. And I say that because there are times where I don't want to wake up for Fajr, but I need my husband to be so in tune with his prayers. He's like, get up. You can go back to sleep when you're done. Get up.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You got to fast. Because I've been fasting since I was in first grade.
Okay.
So you got to fast. I don't want to hear it. And, fast.
Right.
There's a thing now where a lot of Muslims are becoming spiritual. And I get that, but I need you to understand that we're Muslim.
Okay.
So when they go into that, I'm spiritual, and they start talking, God is in me. A lot of Muslims do that. I ain't gonna say no name.
Okay.
But there have been a couple
God
different Muslims that be like, God, I had to talk to God in me. And I just be like, you Muslim, right? Yeah. Then you know that's shirk. That is a non-negotiable. There is no God in me. Girl, when I say I be blocking numbers, I be like, oh no. Like, you spiritual, be in tune with yourself.
Oh, God in me
all
is
that.
crazy.
Crazy. So if you be spiritual, but understand you're not God, you have no God abilities.
Yes.
God and you.
Yes.
You
God
know,
is the only thing that is superior. We were talking about superior.
The only thing.
He's the only that's superior over us.
You can't tap into God. Can't do that. It's
yes.
not real.
Okay.
So
that
be spiritual, but understand you're Muslim first and foremost. Deen over everything.
Right.
You know, you gotta be family oriented, because I'm big on family. Like, even with my family, we have game nights. Like, be really family oriented. You know.
Do you have a big family?
I do, but I don't. My father's side is huge.
Okay.
They're huge. My mom's side is really small, but we still try to keep each other, close and things like that.
Okay.
Which I love. I'm just so big on family. You know?
Okay.
You got to be stable, and I know, and this is hard. It's hard right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's going through it, but you got to at least match me with the stability. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be conscious and accountable of your actions. And that's so major to me. Be able to communicate if you're wrong. Be able to communicate why you did it, how you felt. You have to be emotionally intelligent, because I like to communicate. I don't want to argue with you. Just tell me how I hurt your feelings, why I hurt your feelings, and what I could do to prevent it from happening again if we're ever in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of men are brought up with not expressing themselves. Men don't cry, that's weak. And it's like, it's not. Like, I need you to be able to be vulnerable enough to tell me you're hurt.
Mm-hmm.
How? Because otherwise, what's my purpose here? If I can't help you and I can't benefit you, why am I here?
Right. So those are the things that you look. Me, I don't. You know, when you just brought that crying thing, I don't know why.
Yeah.
And if you cry in front of me though,
Yeah.
and you're a man,
Yeah, it's not your thing.
I just can't rock with you after that. I won't look at you the same. And I'm so real with that. Like,
Yeah.
I won't.
Yeah.
And I'll just always be like, oh yeah, you're fragile.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and I got and I have because I feel like I've probably seen my dad probably cry once.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
once.
You know.
Yep, and I was when his parents passed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So it's like I've always seen, like, and even when he cried, it wasn't like a.
Yeah, it was just
like a tear. It was like a tear.
Yep. One of those.
That Glory Denzel tear.
Yep.
That just rolled down.
That's a classic moment too.
But it's not like a.
Yeah, sobbing, wailing.
You know, so,
Yeah.
But no, I love that. That sounds.
Because I grew up with macho men, but I realized that even through all that macho-ness, they still got feelings. And they still got to be able to talk. Because if not, they're aggressive with you. And I'm like, I can't handle aggressive man. Because naturally, I'm aggressive.
Right.
So we both aggressive. What's gonna go up?
No, yeah.
So we gotta balance each other out by just being neutral and just being, emotional.
To be able to communicate.
Yeah.
I think it's hard for men to communicate. I don't know why it's hard for them to communicate with us.
They were brought up to not do it.
Yeah.
These are people that I've dated, like, growing up with my brothers, my father. Men were brought up, don't tell a woman how you feel.
Yeah.
You might talk to your homeboy, your dad, your brother. You don't go to women crying about your problems.
Right.
You don't do that.
No, my brother was in the mid conversation, right?
Yeah.
And I just cut him off and started talking about me. He was like, "You see why I don't tell you? You see how you just cut me? Like you ain't care." And I was like, "Oh no, no, yeah, you right." But I'm like, and that is fairly true. Where it's like, do we care about their problems though? Can we listen to what they got going on, especially when we feel like in this society where we also have so much going on?
Yeah.
Are we able to sit down and actually understand where they're coming from, and where are they going to able to because I feel like, right, as women we understand because we're made like that. We're emotionally intelligent, right? And with a lot of brothers, are they able to it's almost like we're asking for them to be sisters, right?
Yeah.
Like to kind of be women where we say, "Oh, well, can you be emotionally connect to what I'm saying? I'm feeling hurt." Are they able to do that? I don't know. I haven't met anyone that's able to be emotionally intelligent enough to understand and actually listen to me.
Yeah. It took time though, but it took me a lot. It took a lot for me to get them to understand how to do it because it was so foreign to them. Like they literally had no clue.
Right.
But I only can do it with men. Now I'll say now I can do it with men that I know, my good friends, my brothers. But before I could only do it with my siblings because I loved them and I cared about their feelings. So I'm like, bro, what's wrong? Like you mad?
Yeah.
What you mad for? This girl, blah. Why you get mad? You have
a safe space for them
because they're my siblings.
Yeah.
And now I could do it with men that I truly care about their well-being. You know, and I've done it so much that it's just become like a thing. Like even now, I give men flowers.
Okay.
Like I literally give them flowers.
I literally give flowers on here though, but to you, but to you, but to you. Go ahead though. Go ahead. Because I want to hear this.
I have literally bought men flowers and be like, I just want you to know I appreciate them, and every one of them be like.
Oh, I never
had flowers. And I tell them, I'm like, I don't know who quoted it, so I'm not gonna say who quoted it, but the first time Black men receive flowers is at their funeral. And I say, you'll never be important to me, and that be the first time you receive flowers. I don't care if no one else give you flowers. I'm gonna give them to you.
Is this people? Because how is it? I was gonna go into that, but these are people you're dating, or just your friends, or just
it's a mixture. Like all my friends, my guy friends, I've given them all flowers. Okay. And they all be like, Aaliyah, I'd be like, put them in water.
Yeah.
And hush.
And just show them that you care.
And but I tell them, I'd be like, because I appreciate you. And when you die, I don't want you to have flowers. I want you to have experienced them in this life.
Right.
And dudes I've dated, I've given to them before. They be mad at me. I buy flowers and they be like.
How is it dating as a Muslim?
Confused.
It's
very tricky.
I started wearing hijab. Sorry. I don't want to cut you off. I started wearing hijab and was like, I can't date.
Yes and no.
Because it's like, who am I dating? Who's like
dudes flock to me because I wear scarves. I literally had dudes say, I just walked up on you because you was covered. And I was like, what?
Muslims are just
non-Muslims.
Okay.
I'd be like, what? He was like, you just look real mysterious. I just want to get to know you. I'd be like, touche. Real mysterious.
Men are crazy. Go ahead.
It's interesting though because I do have my do's and don'ts when it comes to dating. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do certain things with you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not always going to have like my wali there in the chaperone. Like, let's go kick it and get some food.
But because you were married, you don't really need a wali. Wali is people for sisters who, right.
So I mean, we still date. We go golfing, skating. Like we still go out because at the end of the day, I still got to get to know you. One-on-one. Group dating is cool, but when we married, the group not gonna be there.
Right.
So I need to know if I like you as a person. How are you when you happy, sad, broke, rich, and all these different elements. So it's pretty traditional. I'm just selective on who I date though, because you have to have some interest in the religion. Somewhat. Because the conversation. I'm going to always include Islam. I'm going to always invite you to Juma. I'm going to always give you a book. I'm going to always send you YouTube videos. Like, I'm going to always try to bring you to Islam. So as long as you have an interest.
How do you feel? Do you feel like that's a battle? Because you did say, what did you say?
Flirt and convert. Yeah, flirt and convert.
You feel, because I've never, me personally, have never met a man that was like, oh, because you're Muslim, I want to be Muslim.
Yeah.
I think that's so fascinating.
Yeah.
When you did say that, I was like, oh my gosh. because I feel like dating and being a sister. First, they're going to tell. I know that it's going to be some people that's going to say we don't date in Islam.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
We're going to get flagged.
But
for
let's
everything.
be real. Let's be real, right? Let's be real
Yeah.
because we are in a society now where things kind of are a little
different.
A little tweakish.
We got Muslim dating apps.
We got phones where that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Exactly. We got Muslim dating apps where people are talking. They want to meet up. They want to do this, and whatever.
You gotta kind of.
I feel like it's
times.
exactly the adjusting the times. That kind of. I feel like I wish it was like. Here's this brother so and so.
So much easier. I wish it was like a color that single Muslim men wear, so that we could point them out and be like,
yes.
All right, come here.
Yes. Or I feel like masjids, if they could like set up like
That's what I've been trying to do. For
we
like
should
the
know.
past
We need to set
year,
that up.
I've been trying to set up like a speed dating in a sense for single black Muslims because they have them for Arabs all the time. Okay. They don't have them for predominantly black singles. And I was like, because I went to one. It was all foreigners. And I was like, no disrespect to the foreigners, but I need a black man. Like,
okay.
At the end of the day, I need a black man.
Okay, so look. We need to do that.
We can do it.
We got to set that up.
I just needed one more person to
Yes,
help.
no, literally. So we can set that up where we have like, it's because I think I seen it in Atlanta where it was black Muslims.
Yeah.
Though. I think it was Atlanta or was the
probably
UK.
got it. Yeah.
One of the two, because those are where a lot of black Muslims are.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we could set something up like that.
We need to because we don't have them.
We don't.
I went there like, okay, I'm gonna see like a good mixture.
Mm-hmm.
And
we can have them people register and
Yeah.
really get into that. We need to do that
because we need it. We want to promote marriage. We don't want to promote dating forever. We want to promote marriage, but it's like we don't have a safe space to do it in.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
dating is so hard.
It's
trying to get
married.
Why is it so hard for us?
Like, what is the hold up?
Yeah, what is the hold
Y'all be wanting to date for 3 or 4 years, baby.
I feel like it was easier though when I was younger because you're really naive at that time.
Yeah.
And you don't expect so much.
Yep. Now our standards are completely different. Like I'm not what I did at 19, I'm not even entertaining that.
Yes.
What? Sir.
You don't even know. Like I don't. If anybody knew me at that age, matter of fact, if you even knew me 2 years ago, you don't know me now.
Thank you.
At all. You do not know me. I hate when people don't even assume that you know me because what I wanted 2 years ago is not what I want now. And do you feel like that's a problem though?
Yeah.
With the involvement of, we constantly do evolve. I was talking to my aunt yesterday and I was at my cousin's baby shower and she didn't know I was divorced.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I was like, yeah, I'm divorced. She said, y'all don't play. And I was like, what you mean? She was like, 32. She was like, I've been married 32 years and he cheated on me, but we bear, like basically saying like
y'all figured it out.
Yeah, y'all sit in the marriage, although that they've been cheating for those years y'all been married. I was like, yeah, no. It's a no for us.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like as sisters or as women, period, that we're quick to leave relationships when things get tough or things get a little hard? Not necessarily talking about cheating, but just necessarily where it's like, because we humans, we all go through things, right?
Yeah.
Are we willing to kind of stick it out?
I think it really just depends on your standards and what's your non-negotiables. Of course, cheating is not a thing. But if you have a thing where, like, again, communication, if I've been asking you to communicate with me for a year and I'm realizing you can't, and I've tried everything I possibly could to do it, it's not going to work because I can't sacrifice my happiness for the sake of a marriage. I can't do it. At the end of the day, I have to still be happy. And if we can't grow together, then we're growing apart. I feel like a lot of women will stay married because I don't want to be divorced. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. And I'm like, I'm good alone. I have solitude. I am happy where I'm at, you know? And if you can't bring that happiness.
Okay, so do you not feel like, because if you happy, you should be happy.
Yeah.
Whether you're married.
Even if we arguing, we can argue, but I'm still happy with you as a person. I still love you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not gonna be happy every day. You're gonna piss me off.
Right.
You want to make me
So you're
angry.
saying even if you're upset, you should still find that happiness in the marriage?
Yeah. I should still find it if it hasn't become disrespectful, it hasn't violated my standards and principles, if it hasn't crossed that line, we can figure it out because again, we're both growing. Every day I'm changing, I'm growing. What I like last week, I might not like today, to be honest. You
Right.
know?
We're definitely like moon, like the moon. I think it was the hadith that talked about we're like moon phases.
Yeah.
Where women are like different people every 2 seconds. Just because you might see me smiling
Literally.
today, don't mean I'm be smiling tomorrow.
Or 5 minutes
Or
from
5
now.
minutes.
Let me tell you something. Okay.
We different people, man.
We be moving.
I don't know why we
around.
switch up so much, but we just do.
We just do. And that's another thing. I need a man to understand. I'm in my feminine stage right now. I'm in a mood.
Yeah.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at the situation.
What I don't like is when
offended.
I don't like when they match.
Yeah, don't match my energy.
Don't match my energy.
Because now I'm going to go off. I'm going to act a fool now. Oh, you want to play that game?
Right. No, because I definitely hate that. Like, don't match. If I'm upset, you shouldn't be upset.
Tit for tat.
But you don't have to keep asking, you all right? You okay? You all right? You okay? Like, you
2
know.
times, and I'll come to you after that.
Yeah,
let me figure out what's wrong. Because honestly, I might not even know.
No, right?
I might not know.
That's real though. We don't even know when we upset.
We're just in a mood.
We don't know what's wrong.
Let me ride it out, and then I'll tell you.
It's nothing that that the man probably did.
Yeah, nothing.
That's probably why they don't want us now.
It's like, y'all crazy, and we are.
They probably like,
but your masculinity got to balance it out and just be like, my baby just having a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna just go in the other room. She'll text me when she need me. Cool. Like, understand. Because men naturally try to fix things. That's what they do. They see a problem, they try to fix it. And I tell them, that is y'all strength, but that's also y'all weakness. Because y'all can't fix everything, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay knowing, okay, my wife's sad and I can't fix it. Okay.
But then it's like, what is he there for?
Some things he can't fix. If I'm going through my little, you can't fix what's wrong with me. I'm in pain. I want chocolate. I want ice cream. Leave me alone. Come hug me, kiss me. Don't touch me. You can't fix it. You know, like, go inside. But if I'm like, baby, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm depressed. Come talk to me. Come rack my brain and help me figure out what's the root of the problem. Okay, I'm probably just not sleeping enough. That's what it is, you know?
Right.
But again, it's about knowing your partner, you know, and having that communication to understand what I need from you. You know, how I need you to show up for me when I can't show up for myself.
Right.
You know?
So we talked about the date, and we talked about, but I also want to just get back into your turbans.
Yeah. I bought you some.
Yes, you brought me a gift. I'm so excited. I love, because in one of my first episodes, I talk about turbans, and I talked about wearing turbans when I was transitioning to Islam to feel like, when I would go out, to feel like less Muslim.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't feel like people just looking like, oh girl, you Muslim and you at this brunch. Or you Muslim and you at there, and I would want to throw on a turban because I don't want to feel like
I'm disrespecting the religion. Yeah. And I'm also like being pointed out.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like I said, none of us are perfect. Right. And I still feel like I battle that every day. But like I said, the taqwa and the fear of Allah stops me from, indulging in alcohol or smoking. But I definitely still like to go out and have a good time. And I would want to put on a wrap. When I was in, matter of fact, I did go out, and I'll talk about that on another episode, but I did go out to a club in America. Yeah. And I had on my wrap like how I have on now. And I was like, you know what? I don't indulge in smoking. I don't indulge in drinking. Yeah. But it was my favorite cousin's birthday. Yeah. Love her dearly. And I was like, I'm going to go. Yeah. I was so exhausted because I've turned to like this old lady.
Girl,
and I literally had on my shades, and I was in the corner like half a little asleep. Yeah. And it was the last 10 minutes. I got up, I danced a little bit, like, okay. And then it was time for us to go.
Time to go. I've been.
And they were like, they wanted to go to a after hour or something.
Can't hang.
I said, girl, it's 3 a.m. Or was it 2 or 3? Well, I don't know what time. I just knew. I said, okay, y'all going over there. I said, okay. I might, girl, got in my car and drove right in the house. But no, thank you for my gift. I want to look.
But girl, no, I have gone to the club in a scarf. You want to know what's funny about it? I seen our brother in there that I knew from the masjid. And he was like, I'll be your bodyguard. I was like,
oh, that is so
cute.
That is so nice. It was no judgment. It was just like, yeah.
Like, no
we
judgment.
all battling.
Yeah, he spotted me. He was like, I was like, and I gotta look like,
Yeah.
okay. He came up. He's like, I got you. He was looking the whole time, and we was just vibing, chilling.
I love
like,
that. Yes.
It was all love. And I was like, no, we can still go out. You know, we being respectful. We chilling. Like,
it's not nothing bad.
we can still.
We gotta go out
be
somewhere or
normal.
something.
Girl, you just tell me where.
Yeah.
But I got you this scarf.
Oh, I love
It's
this. This is
false.
my
I figure
favorite color.
Okay, I was like,
I love nude. That's
It
why I
go
got
with
on nude today. Like
everything.
nude goes, and it just brings out the complexion
It
of color. I
does.
really, 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 really love that.
And then I bought you one of my
Bonnets.
bonnets. Now this bonnet, I actually created it. And what's special about this bonnet is that it has an inverted pouch inside the lining. So this pouch makes the bonnet like portable.
Tell them where to follow you at.
So yeah, WrapHighness on my IG, TikTok, and Instagram, and online it's www.wraphighness.com.
Okay.
And then when you take it out, you just go ahead and you put it inside this little slit right here. Oh, there we go. Girl, nails
I
all
love
in the
innovation,
way.
the innovation of it all.
Cause I was like, when I'm going to the airport and all that stuff, I need something.
Thank
Just
you
like
so
that. You're welcome,
much.
girl.
This is so cute. And it's red. You can reverse it if you want.
Yes.
It says WrapHighness, guys.
WrapHighness.
This is
I'm
so
glad
cute.
you like.
Oh, this is so nice. I really appreciate that you brought me something.
Of course.
I'm
It's
so
only
happy.
right.
I'm so happy that you came.
Thank you for inviting me.
Hopefully you'll be back.
Absolutely, because we've had conversations that need to be had.
Right.
We
And
needed
yes, we gotta definitely, this is not a one-time thing. You definitely gotta come back.
And they gotta make sure they stay tuned because we're gonna go ahead and drop that.
No,
speed
yes,
dating
please
thing,
stay
for
tuned.
sure.
We're definitely gotta drop that speed
Yes,
dating in DC,
yes.
Maryland. We gotta figure out a location.
Yeah, we could go all over for real.
Yeah.
And I feel like we should. We should go to like DC. We can go to Maryland. We could go to like
Virginia.
Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
We could go
Especially
around like
Philly.
really making this a thing.
Shoot, my husband might be in Philly.
Okay, Philly Muslims are not a fan of me because
Why?
I went to a masjid in Philly, y'all. I'm not gonna say the name and I had on very appropriate clothes. I had on my shirt was down to like my knees.
Okay.
But it wasn't all black. You know, I don't wear all black a lot. You know, like
Do they wear all black a lot
they
there?
wear all black. And the sister actually told me to leave the masjid because I wasn't wearing a jilbab. And I was like,
Excuse me?
what? So I was like, I'm not leaving. I'm here to pray. She went and got the imam, and the imam asked me to leave. He was like, you're causing a scene. And I'm like, I'm here to pray. I'm not even from this area. Maghrib's in. I'm here to pray and leave. Girl, I got so ugly. So, yeah, I was like, okay, Philly, y'all. And that's how I do Philly.
What's
Y'all be
going on,
like,
Philly?
Y'all do y'all.
Sisters, what's going on in
Who
Philly?
gets thrown out of a masjid?
You know, it's so funny, right? I'm gonna say this story and we're gonna wrap it up. But I was talking about how it was, matter of fact, I seen a video. It was the imam talking, and he said it was a brother who had tattoos and he had locks, and he stepped into the masjid, and he came to pray Maghrib.
Yeah.
And everybody was staring at him and whatever, right? And he said he came to avoid the shaitan, but shaitan welcomed him in the masjid. Shaitan was here with him. So at that moment when you walked into that masjid and you were expecting to pray, Shaitan was there waiting for you because he said, oh yeah, no, I'm about to push you. I'm about to show you how you shouldn't come to this Muslim. How we going to talk about Philly sisters. How we going to talk about Philly Muslim sisters. And that's the sad part of this deen where it's like, please, let's do more dawah.
Yeah,
that's the word, dawah. Come
Dawah.
on, can we bring more sisters into
Show the beauty of
the
Islam.
deen?
Like,
it don't matter if I'm tatted up from here to Timbuktu.
it don't matter.
It don't matter if I'm wearing revealing clothes. It don't matter what you
No.
feel about me. Can I come to the masjid and can I pray?
I'm trying to pray. I don't understand what I'm trying to pray.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Ooh, girl. It was an experience though. And from that I was just like, you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna go pray. Anyways.
I'm sorry, because like that's when the shaitan is in the masjid, that's where you know we're at the end of
We're
times.
at the end of times. Yeah. Cause I was just like the fitna that was happening. I like the sisters were surrounding me. I was like, what y'all trying to jump me? Like
I'm
it
here
was
to
like
pray.
6 sisters around me and I'm like,
It was another video that was where it was a white woman who had I wish I had the video.
yeah.
It was a white woman who went into the masjid and she was drunk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She was drunk. And she went where the imam goes. You know
Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they called the police for her, right?
Yeah.
And my thoughts on that was she had no weapon. She was a woman who came into the masjid because Allah puts in, you don't just step into a masjid.
That's one place you just don't wander
Yeah, you just don't wander in.
Yeah.
And it was like when she went into the masjid, instead of being welcome, she called the police, and now you had guns in the masjid. You brought people that had shoes in the masjid. Not only one woman now, you had multiple people now that have their shoes on to come get this woman out of here.
Dealt with that.
Where our religion, I understand how they looked at it like it was like a quote unquote almost like a danger, because you call police, you feel like you're in danger.
You feel like you're in danger.
Or it's a disturbance where you feel like you can't fix.
Yeah.
But at that very moment, when someone walks into the masjid, it's like, show them who we are as our deen.
Yeah.
You know, show our iman.
That's what I love about Eid.
Yeah.
Eid welcomes the whole community.
And that's what it should do.
Yes.
Right? I could go on and on about that subject, because even it was a TikTok guy, and he was like, Christians can't come into the masjid. And I'm like, you never, like, and he was like, they can come and pray. Oh, well, who are they praying to? God. What are you talking about? We as Muslims can't go to the church, but they can come into the masjid. You never know what they're trying to find. You know what I mean? Or what? I remember I was in a masjid in Baltimore, and it was a sister was like, "Can you teach me how to pray?"
Yeah.
You know, like they want to come learn. You never know.
Yeah, and y'all the ones pushing.
Right, and she had on a skirt. I said, "Well, next time you come, bring a longer dress."
Why would they know? You don't just have Muslim attire sitting in your Christian closet. Like, come on now. Y'all, like, be a little bit more conscious with the things y'all doing out here. You know?
Anyway, Aaliyah, I'm so happy that you came. I'm so happy your brand. Thank you for the gifts. Please, you guys, check her out. Thank you for tuning in. Every Wednesday, I'm going to last week I was definitely sick. I could not. I don't have an episode. And, you know, sometimes that happens. Allah had to relieve some of my sins, you know, when you're sick.
You. So I don't complain.
Yes, I ain't complaining. I'll shoot. I'm not a big fan of medicine. I'm not a big fan of medicine, but I definitely took that medicine. I was really down. So thank you for tuning in to Unwrapped Real Talk with the Black Hijabi. I'm your host, Mariam Kabba. This is my guest, Aaliyah.
Thank you for having me.
And make sure you guys subscribe, comment, like, follow her on her handles, and they will be at the bottom of the screen. And thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay.